Hello everyone, my name is Valera, and today on The Little Things, we're going to be talking about how to buy your first home. This is part 3 of a series. Today we're going to be focusing on how to find that perfect area to live in. Let's do this. So a lot of you may be wondering, how am I going to find that perfect area to live in? Well, you're going to have to do some research. And with that research, you're going to have to drive around the neighborhoods. Different times of day matters. So you want to drive around maybe during the weekends, during the nighttime, just to see how the neighborhood looks and feels during different times of the day. If schools are important to you, the best way to find it is to actually go into the schools and talk to the principal, talk to some of the teachers, see how comfortable you feel in that school and how you think your child would respond in that type of environment. Investigate different ISDs by looking at maybe some ratings that you find online and going in to check with those different school systems and how they operate, how they function, so that way when you do move into that school district, you feel a little bit more prepared and your child feels as comfortable as possible. I also get questions a lot about what's the crime like in this area? Well, there's really no way to tell unless you're actually calling the police department. So you can actually call the police department and see what types of crimes have been happening in certain neighborhoods. There's even, I believe, each city has their own police department website that you can check into as well in case you're concerned about the crime in certain areas. You also want to kind of check into some local activities and local festivals that are happening in the area that you want to move to. There could be an area over here on this side of town that might be a little bit better for you because maybe they have a little bit more activities that you like to do versus the other side of town. Usually the city websites will have a lot of information on different activities and festivals in the area, so that way you can get a better feel for that. I know that churches are also a big part of why someone might want to move from one area to another. So it's also very good to do your research with that as well. If you're looking to find a new church family, or you're looking for just a church in your area that goes with the same denomination that you are. If you're moving, obviously you want to try to find a good church family that you're going to be happy with in the new area that you're going to be living in. So one of the things that I really love to do when I'm investigating an area is to see how close grocery stores are, the Walmart is, because I'm a Walmart shopper, or the Target is if you're a Target shopper. So those are all important questions that you need to be asking yourself and looking into. You also want to check out the local shopping, the cute little downtownsy areas that a lot of these cities are putting in. I know that here personally in Louisville, they are revitalizing the Old Town Louisville area to where it has all these cute little mom and pop boutiques that you can go in and get ideas from and shop till you drop. You also want to kind of look at the local food industry, maybe not necessarily chain restaurants that you're familiar with, but try a couple other places that are in the area so you can get familiar with the food. So the key thing about all of this research that you're doing is that it allows you to narrow your search to say, I don't want to be in this area anymore. I like this area a lot better because of X, Y, and Z. So that way your real estate agent can come back to you and say, okay, you don't want to be in this area, but here are the neighborhood statistics for this neighborhood, and this neighborhood in these areas that you want to be in. The more feedback that you give your real estate agent, the smoother the process is and the quicker it is for you to find that perfect area. So that's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it. And if this is your very first time to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell to get notifications. I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful day, and I'll see you next time on The Little Things. And this is just from the mom and me speaking. A main street, no, maybe it's a little, I also get a lot of times, sorry. So those are all important questions. Check out what the neighborhoods, how, or
Are you yawning in the middle of this while I'm breaking it down?